Good morning, everyone. It's Yvonne here from the Aussie Goddess, back to do your bonus read for Thursday, the 11th of July. I call it Huly because every time I try to do it on my phone, it comes up Huly, not July. So I've decided to rename the month. I don't know why it happens, but it happens to me such a lot that I chuckle about it now. I had my nails taken off, and I've been working without my nails, and I've had nails for such a long time, but I thought I'd give my body a break from them, and I can't use my phone properly, so texting's become an amazingly difficult thing for me to do, but that's okay. I am learning. Every day I am learning. Alrighty, let's see what's happening on the bonus read. The Bots Cracking read was the very deep one today, which is usually the other way around, so that's quite interesting. Okay, I have the Chariot and the Nine of Swords here, so there's a lot of you here moving away from some sort of negative situation that may have got you down a little bit. You could have been having sleepless nights from it, but you're moving away from it, so rest assured the universe is trying to move you forward. So whatever you've been worried about is going to be a thing of the past. All right. My loves, we are using the Golden Tarot here, and we have the Eight of Swords coming out. So being we had the Nine of Swords just flip out of the deck, then I can say to you that this is probably strongly related to something that you have been worrying about. In the Eight of Swords, we see a person in amongst a lot of swords, and they are unable to escape those because they are blindfolded here and not seeing the way forward. Well, they know what it is and they know how to get out of this bondage and this blindfolding, but actually they're trapped by their own thinking. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups coming in next. So for me, this is about the universe saying to you, you need to start using your intuition. You need to sort of dig in the deepest parts of you and see what you can find. Nurture yourself. Learn to take care of yourself. Learn to love yourself. For some of you, you could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but I feel this is more the energy around how hard you're being on yourself. You may have high expectations. I had a reading with someone the other day who was an eldest child, as am I, and we were talking about the expectations of the eldest child because she was telling me about how she had been in her life, and I thought it's quite interesting to see how often the oldest child is the one expected to do things differently, to lead, to be the one to set the example. So it was very interesting. So I feel like here what's happening is you're being asked to nurture yourself, take care of yourself. Don't expect that you're going to get it right every time. Don't beat yourself up when you get it wrong. Do not put yourself in this prison of your own thinking because you have done something that wasn't quite right, or you've done something that you are disappointed about or you feel ashamed of. Don't do it to yourself. Okay, so then we have the Six of Wands. So this is the card of victory. This is recognition. This is being publicly recognized, and it's the card of acclaim. And then we have the card of death here. So I want to say to you here, obviously people dealing with Scorpio here, this is about something that's happened with you that has put you back in your own mind. It has sent you back to overthinking something. It's giving you sleepless nights. The universe is trying to move you forward. I feel like you've been through some sort of transformation here, but you've certainly learned from this experience and you are going to move forward. The Chariot is a card of moving forward. Beautiful. So the Strength card came up in the What's Cracking reading, so very relevant for today. The Strength card is about realizing your own potential, understanding who you truly are at the core of you. Accepting those parts that aren't so great with the parts that are really fabulous about yourself, and making the parts that are not so great just as fabulous. This is that Six of Wands thing where you're becoming something that people recognize, people see your potential, but moreover, you are becoming the potential that you see in yourself here. Eight of Coins. So yes, you've probably been doing a lot of work on yourself here, a lot of introspection, trying to understand who you truly are. For some of you, this could be about work too. It could be that you've done something at work that Let me just go for a couple more cards in because I think that this is work related for some people. Okay, so this is the card of justice. So we're talking about being in a position where something is about to be put right by the universe, and that's why you're being moved forward. Three of Swords, 2 came up in the What's Cracking reading. So there's something here that the universe is trying to get you to understand. There's the lesson, move on. This is what's happening here. 3 of Wands coming in. Yep, there you are, moving on. Okay, 8 of Cups, walking away from things that no longer serve you. And the Hanged Man. So definitely taking time out to see things in a very different way to what you did before. Like I said, that 3 of Swords, that's the first time I've seen it like that, and I really understand what it's saying to me today. But this is about you being moved away from something that no longer, yet putting down the burdens, doesn't serve your purpose anymore. You're done with it. You don't need it anymore. And it's stopping you or holding you back from having this love that you've been promised for so long. And there you are, closing out the cycle. Oh, I love it. Beautiful reading. Beautiful reading. So I have you trapped here. The universe is saying you need to be kind to yourself. You need to learn the lessons here, transform, move on, go through a cycle. 10 of Swords is there too. So you're about to hit the end of this cycle. Now, not for all of you, because obviously it's a general reading. So for the people who thumbs down me, this reading wasn't for you, obviously. This is about you understanding how you hold yourself back from what you truly deserve here. This is really beautiful. So for some of you, this is about love. For some of you, it's about work and business and things not going in the direction that you would like them to go. It's almost like you hit brick walls all the time. So what you want truly in your heart, you can't seem to get to because you're looking at things from a different perspective that doesn't relate to what you need to look at them how. Let me explain that. There's something here that you are looking at in the wrong way. I don't want to use the words right and wrong because right and wrong are lessons. I want to use it in a different way. I want to say to you, you are looking at things in a way that does not benefit you, that holds you back from achieving, being recognized. It could be at work, it could be in your love life, it can be in your family, it could be with friends, doesn't matter. Something here is holding you back from having what you truly want. And I would like to say that it's self-doubt. I would like to say it's not understanding your potential or your personal strength, which in most cases for you, it will be what it feels like. But it's more about you holding on to something you believe, your fears, your illusions, whatever it is for you, that you are holding on to so tightly that you are unable to move forward. And something is being shown to you here that gives you a different perspective. It's like you understand, it's like a bang moment, epiphany, where you go, okay, I get it now. This is what's holding me back. For me, it's the way I communicate. And as I said, somebody said something to me the other day and I went, oh my goodness, I've never seen that before. I really, truly get it now. It's probably some sort of narcissistic trait that I've learned from my family. Probably something to do with the fact that in order to protect myself, when I want something, I backtrack and self-sabotage, because then if I don't get it, I can go, well, look, you didn't get it anyway. You weren't meant to get it. So I have really understood that this week from something beautiful somebody said to me. So I want to say to you, there is something here, some message here for you to understand that this self-sabotage you're doing, you are now learning to let go of. You will no longer do this. So if it's fear of speaking up, fear of expression, fear of saying what you really want to say, you are going to learn how not to do that anymore, how not to back it up with a statement. So if you feel that way and you've said it out loud, stop. Don't turn around and try to make it different. If you want to tell someone that you don't like the way they do things, if you want to, say something mean to someone, stop. and think, why did I say that? Don't follow it up with a, oh, I don't mean it about you, or that wasn't meant for you. Don't do that. Go in to explore why, because this reading is exactly the same as the What's Cracking reading. It's trying to say that what we are doing is sabotaging our own dreams here. What I want to say to you, because this is here though, this says to me that you are coming out of this now. You are starting to understand how to be true to yourself. I know that because I see this card coming out in both readings too. So it's about you understanding your personal strengths and trusting, being able to show the world who you truly are. This is why the Six of Wands is here, because there's a recognition now of who you are, how you present yourself to the world. So let me just pull an oracle card up for you. I think it's so interesting sometimes how, you know, our own experiences come through at a time when everybody's experiencing the same things. So we're all being opened up here. We're all being given a lesson. This lesson here is about being comfortable with your self-expression, being able to speak your mind, being able to be open with people, being able to, you know, say what you want to say without retribution. Being able to say what you want and not self-sabotage because you think that you don't deserve it. So therefore you follow it up with a statement that when it is a no, you can say, well, that's what I got. Okay, so the card here that's coming out is the Witness. And I have a feeling this is going to be exactly what Spirit's talking about at the moment, that they've been telling me about for a while. And this is about observing. Okay, the Witness. Okay, exactly what I've been talking about in both readings. Of course it is. The Witness that has been by your side all along is now ready to become your ally. You thought you were the doer, but today you discover that things happen when you get out of the way. Witness creation unfolding before you. Change reality by finding stillness and letting your true intent reveal itself. Acknowledge your preconceptions, ideas and feelings about the situation you are in, but resist the urge to change any of it. Do not fall back into your controlling patterns. Instead, take a few breaths and connect with the joy of not having to perform. Hold space for the world to keep spinning on its own. Oh my goodness, I have had that message so much from Spirit. I never read that card before. So much from Spirit in the last few weeks. It's about being the observer. It's about emotionally detaching yourself for a moment and seeing things through the eyes of an observer. They're calling it the Witness, which is great. It's about witnessing how you do things, watching, seeing yourself do them to understand how you can move yourself forward here. Brilliant. I love it. Thank you so much for listening to me.